Let's go. Welcome to the Breakup Diet, to another episode with Yaz and Ilms, where we talk all things breakup.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Ilma.
Go on.
Would you rather get broken up with by someone, giving you lots of mixed signals, maybe taking a long time to kind of get to the decision? Or would you prefer to just get ghosted or send one line being like, I can't do this anymore?
I think I would prefer a brutal breakup where it's just they tell you how it is, as opposed to them stringing you along pointlessly.
Buckle up, bitches. This is gonna get bumpy. This is the Breakup Diet.
At least you just rip the Band-Aid off, it sucks, but then it's done. You're not just wasting your time.
I've been slow faded before, and to me, it just made me feel like shit because I can feel that they weren't into me, but then at the same time, I'd be like, okay, if they weren't into me, they would have just ripped off the Band-Aid. Why are they still stringing me along? Maybe they still love me,
Yeah, I think you don't know, and you kind of latch onto anything that's a little bit good, and you're like, oh, they were gonna dump me, they wouldn't be, I don't know, buying me flowers or telling me I look pretty.
If they were gonna dump me, they wouldn't be here at my divorce party.
Yeah. Oh, it's gave me goosebumps. Yeah. Yeah, I think slow fading is one of the worst ways, honestly.
But it's such a common way. I feel like everyone has kind of experienced it to a degree.
Yeah, because you could get slow faded even if you were just in a situationship. Because, but a very early situationship.
100%.
Because you just keep stringing them along and then
it's nothing.
Cold. So what is slow fading to you? How would you describe it?
It's when the other person's withdrawing themselves away from the relationship. And the thing with slow fading, I've just realized, it can happen anywhere. It can happen with your jobs. They can put you in a performance improvement plan. That is basically a slow fade to firing you.
Yeah, but what if you do improve a lot? Then they don't fire you.
No.
Really? So do you know then? I've never obviously had that.
Yeah, so from personal experiences, I was put on a performance improvement plan, and that is basically a HR code for, look, we're about to fire you, but we'd rather you do the move. Yeah.
Savage.
Very savage. So slow fade, you got to look out for in the real world.
Yeah, I think it's when you just go cold, but you take a long time. So you might leave little breadcrumbs. It's the breadcrumbing thing. So you shoot them a text here and there, but you don't really. But then in a relationship, if I got slow faded right now, it would be my partner just distancing, I guess.
Oh my God, how much distancing? It's long distance as it is.
Even more distance. Right. It wouldn't be fun.
No, it would mess with your head because it's okay, am I coming up to see you?
I don't think we could have any more distance.
No, and he's better than that for sure.
No, I think he would just tell me.
Yeah, I think so
I think
too.
I would get a Band-Aid, not the Band-Aid. It's the other one.
Yeah,
rip off the Band-Aid. Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Have you ever been slow faded?
Yeah, I did.
The one time?
Mm-hmm.
Was it bad?
Well, yeah.
Well, how did it make you feel? Give me some details.
Well, because I said earlier, I got slow faded and then he showed up to my divorce party only to dump me 2 days later. Yeah. And I keep talking about this all the time, but it's just, it covers so many different types of breakups in that one breakup.
Yeah, I get you.
It made me feel really insecure because I would ask him hey, when are we hanging out next? And he'd be like, dunno. Because normally when you hang out with your partner, you know when you're going to see them next.
Yeah.
Messes with your head. Just that dunno text is...
Before that, would he text you more?
Yeah, we would call each other every night before we go to sleep. Then they would turn to nothing, and because I was in the mission to always be the cool girlfriend, I kind of just let it happen.
Oh no. And then I bet you were left even more confused as to what point in your relationship made him just drop you.
Yeah.
Or do you think he was trying to figure out his feelings, so he was doing that because he wasn't sure?
No, I'm pretty sure he was just cheating on me.
Oh, sorry. That's not nice. You suck.
Yeah. You can do everything. You can cheat and slow fade. It's a great combination. If you're a shit person.
Some would say it's the best combination ever.
Genuinely.
Slow fade, cheat it on the side, you know.
Easy. Have everything. You can have the cake.
But what would be, like, how are people going to know if they're just getting cheated on or being slow faded? Is there any behaviors that you could notice on someone to be like, oh my God, I think he's, you know, trying to slow fade out of this relationship?
When they're just not making that effort to hang out with you, or the same routine you guys used to have, it's just not there anymore. So the nightly calls are over. The weekend hangouts are just not there. He's not inviting you out to places anymore.
Yeah, the effort's gone. And
effort's gone.
And like the interactions are just smaller, like less hugs maybe, less
less intimacy for sure.
Yeah, less like text, but like even the quality of the text
is shit.
Yeah, so you're saying, I don't know, like that before he'd be like, oh, maybe I can't do this day, but I can do this day.
Yeah. Could you imagine receiving a dunno text from your boyfriend?
Ew. That's giving...
Like, it made me feel like I got punched in the throat or something. It was really hurtful.
Oh, yeah. That is bad. If they don't also talk about future things. Because if they're like avoiding the future, they're avoiding seeing you, they're not putting in the effort, I don't know, you can kind of pick up on a vibe, I think.
Yeah. Why do you think people do it?
Well, there's loads of reasons, but like I feel like people do it if they're not sure. So they're not sure on you or if they want to be with you. So like the whole relationship. I feel like they'd also do it if they, I don't know, felt bad to break up with you. Because it's like, confrontation is kind of, no one likes doing it. Like, let's be honest. It's awkward.
Yeah. I think if they're back to the cheating thing, if they're a shit person, they want to have all the options. They want you, and you, and you.
Yeah, they literally want to have everyone. And they don't want to close any door.
Exactly, but they don't want to be held accountable, so...
Yeah, and they can still get the cuddles and stuff, you know, and when they're hungover, they get a nice girlfriend that, like, you know, cleans up for them or cooks for them or something.
Yeah, take advantage of basically everyone around them.
Yeah.
Without having to give away too much.
Yeah. Rough. But do you think there's ever a nice way, or, like, people are ever doing it, you know, not in this mean way we're saying? Because think about it. Imagine, I'm not doing this, but imagine I wasn't sure on my boyfriend, right? And I wasn't sure, but I didn't want to let go because he is such a nice guy. He is like all these qualities that I want, but there was something that I didn't. I probably wouldn't do a slow fade, but like I would be, you know, taking a step back to try to analyze if I feel better alone or not.
So what's the difference between stepping back and a slow fade?
I think it's the same thing, because you're obviously stepping back for a reason. But I would say, like, if I was to do it, it wasn't mean. If somebody else is to do it,
it's so mean.
Yeah, it's done to me. It's mean. Yeah. And it's wrong.
If it's me, it's like, oh, I'm just a girl trying to figure out my shit.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's men, it's like you're greedy.
Yeah. We can't be held accountable.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, although some people might not have malintent, like, doing it because they think it might be nice, like, you know, they're trying not to hurt the person as much by not breaking up with them, it sometimes hurts more because you're just, like, stringing them along. And they also don't get a good part of you. They get, like, the mixed emotions. They're not getting all the, like, nice, genuine
that
stuff.
Connection's not there anymore, and it's so unfair to them because you're still there, but you're not giving them the connection that you guys originally kind of built. It's not fair to the other person. It's really mean.
Yeah, it is. But what would you do if you were in that situation?
If I was getting slow faded, or if I'm the slow fader?
No, if you were the slow fader.
God. I guess in some instances I have been the slow fader, where I just did not have the courage to speak my voice. But it was never with, like, a bad intention.
You know what I mean? You're saying it's not with bad intention, but for them it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never nice. Getting broken up with in any way, to be fair, is not nice.
It's not nice. But I think in terms of ethics, ethically, it's better to just rip off the band-aid, tell it how it is, as opposed to stringing someone along unfairly.
Yeah, but then how do you know after? So you rip off the band-aid and then you're like, shit, I fucked up.
Then you just need to own up to it, as opposed to just causing...
It's hard. Do you think that people are just lazy if they slow fade? Like, are they just a lazy person and that's why they do it?
Maybe. And definitely the fact that they're a coward.
Yeah, but you just said you slow faded somebody. So you're a coward.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm a coward for that. I'm not a good person for doing that. Like, I'm not saying I am.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think they're always necessarily lazy. Because I feel like it could be more effort for them.
That's true, to be forced in a relationship they don't want to be in.
Yeah. You know, they're forced to have all this chat to, you know, even give the breadcrumbs. Like, that's a lot. It probably requires more brain thought than just dumping them.
Oh, 100%. I think it just boils down to the fact that maybe they just lack the courage to be confrontational.
Yeah.
It's scary. To dump someone is scary, I would imagine.
Yeah, have you ever dumped someone?
No.
Oh, you've only
I
been dumped.
prefer being dumped.
Yeah, I prefer being dumped too.
I can't imagine, like, having that conversation, practicing it in your head.
You see, but this is why I think people slow fade, so that the other person dumps.
Yes.
You know, they kind of, they're detaching, and then they're detaching, it's becoming quite obvious, and then the other person, you know, pulls the plug.
Yeah, so they don't have to do the breakup.
Why is it so hard to say that you don't want to be with somebody if you don't think they're right? Because obviously they've come to a conclusion in their head. You know, if you're going to break up or something, or you have a reason. So why can't you just bring that forward straight away?
I think they're probably deep down 100% not sure, or they're 100% not ready to be alone. I think that's why a lot of people just stay in relationships that don't really benefit them, or with relationships with people that they don't really like, because it's just easier to be with them to be alone, because that's how scared of being alone they are. I've seen that happen so many times.
To be honest, even I am. Like, I would be scared to be alone, you know, if we broke up.
It's a big change because you don't have that massive support system anymore.
Yeah. And it's also, you just like lose somebody that you always talk to or rely on, or that anything. So like, it's scary. It definitely is scary.
Yeah, no, it is really scary. It's such a shock to the system because you're like, oh,
what now?
Yeah. Say if you're living with your partner, what would a slow fade be then?
They just don't come home a lot? Oh shit, sorry.
Oh my God, no, I've kind of seen this happen at work, where men at my job, they'd just not go home. They'd book hotels for whenever there's like a work event, because it's just easier for them to like be in the city than to go back to Surrey or some shit.
Yeah, but that might be legit, no? That might be legit. Like, they might be okay.
Then bring the wife to town.
Yeah, but... yeah, to be fair, then why don't they bring the wife then?
Exactly.
But maybe they have kids.
Get a babysitter. If you can afford a hotel, you can afford a babysitter.
You make a point. They obviously... maybe they just want a night alone. To be honest, when I'm older, I might want a night alone too.
No.
Like with a man sleeping diagonally across the bed or snoring or some shit. Like, no thanks. They might be like, I need a break. Maybe she snores.
Yeah, fair. But what would you say between a committed relationship and a situationship? What would be the similar signs?
So a situationship, if you're slow fading, you're just dating somebody who's like an avoidant, and like as in they're just avoiding, and then they might just like booty call you, I would imagine, or you know, they're just like giving you little breadcrumbs to hang on to in a situationship. You're not. It's kind of the whole essence of a situationship is a slow fade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know, they string you along, but they don't really care. The effort isn't really there, you know, but they want you there because, you know, they might want hot chocolate and Winter Wonderland. Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that interested. Or if they are, they're keeping their options open and they're looking elsewhere. But as a relationship, it depends if you live together. Like, if you live together or you're really close and you're always together, then I would just there'd be like a lack of intimacy. So yeah, all the behaviors would kind of be the same. Just maybe more obvious in a relationship because you're that much closer.
Definitely. Because in situationships, it's like, okay, we were really never each other's to begin with.
Or really know that person a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's like too early days for you to...
No, but some people are in situationships for like years, like 9 years and stuff.
God forbid.
Like, I'd be hungry.
God
You know, all those
forbid.
breadcrumbs, I'd be like, where's my cake?
Surely at some point it's like, okay, maybe I should probably see a therapist and like develop some standards. Surely.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess the psychological effects, it wraps you in.
Yeah, how would you handle it now? Like, if you had, somebody slow faded, they got away from your relationship and they just kind of went cold.
I think after being double therapized, I would definitely just ask them, look, things have been a bit distant. Is everything okay? If he says it's not, fine. If he doesn't reply, I'm just going to take it as a sign to like do my own exit. I don't need to wait for him to dump me this time.
So then you slow fade him.
No,
Or not
I
even.
think
You
not
just
even.
fade.
I just leave, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell him, okay, look, clearly something's not like right, as otherwise he would have said something. Wish you all the best. Seriously, I don't have time.
You would say, wish you all the best.
Probably.
Nah, I would be like, okay, cool, thanks for the reply. And then that would be it. I
Yeah.
don't wish you all the best.
I don't, but you just say it out of courtesy.
No, there is no courtesy. Stuff that. I'm normally the nice one, but no.
I don't even mean it in a nice way. I just mean it in like a formal, like a HR way. You know?
What's it called when they send you to HR?
The performance improvement plan.
Send him a performance improvement plan.
Yeah, basically.
Because say you enter into another relationship after, would you then be scared that like every time he was a little bit distant or didn't, give you a great text just because he was busy, but actually busy, would you then be like jumping on that and being like, oh my God?
No, because obviously with therapy, I've learned not to jump to conclusions too easily. Like, I think I'll be a bit more patient, but also a bit more like, I will hold my ground up.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens when I actually date someone.
I know, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. They're getting a strong woman.
I know. They're
Which is
gonna
good.
hate me because I'm gonna be like speaking my mind.
No, that's great. Because I know we're talking about a very specific type of jumping right now.
Yeah.
In the ideal world, you're dating. I'm going to give you a situation.
Go on.
Okay, so you're in a relationship with this guy, 3 years. He's your ride or die. You wake up one morning and he's like very flustered and he's like by the sink and he's like, I just can't do this.
Shit.
What is
And
that?
completely throw me off.
Yeah. And maybe he was having the slow fade without showing you any of the behaviors. So for him, it's not like an abrupt breakup, but for you, it is.
Yeah. I don't know. That's very scary. Like an abrupt breakup is scary, no matter how much like therapy you've had.
Yeah, but at the start of this, we were saying that it's better to have an abrupt one over a...
Oh yeah, I'm not saying like better for worse. It's still scary, but I think I would definitely prefer that.
But just think about the questions.
Oh yeah, as long as he like gives me the space to like talk about it, as opposed to just like, okay, I'm done, I'm going.
No. I'm done, I'm going is that's the
Fuck.
thing. I'm going to take back everything I've said. I think it's better to have a slow fade. At least you have something to latch onto.
Oh, fuck that.
No, as in like as to why. Like at least you could probably work it out. Whereas like if it's just like bang, you're just left in the cold and the unknowing would kill you. Not actually kill you, but like that would be so hard. Like imagine they're just done. And then you're just there like, where did I even go wrong? How can I even improve that for the next time?
But then there's me thinking, okay, if he didn't respect me enough to give me a reason while he dumped me, then why should I give him respect in regards to having space in my mind about it? Like, why should I give him all this, like, real estate in my brain? Like, I actually really don't need to know. If I've been that massively disrespected, I don't need to, like, go to him for a closure. I don't.
It's good.
No, like seriously.
I'm glad that would be you. I would definitely need something. I would.
For what though?
Not for what. I would just need it to make peace in my own mind. Might
But
not
can
be.
you not make that peace within yourself by accepting the reality? I think that's so much easier and better for you.
I mean, I could probably accept the reality, but to make peace within myself, I'm not going to lie, I would be thinking about it for way longer, probably, than if
yeah.
I had a conversation and I still had more questions. I would be dwelling on that for probably like years after. Realistically. Running over all the situations as to why.
So, with the damages of a slow fade, what are we doing to preserve our energy and maintain our standards and not crumble?
Yeah, it's easy to crumble. Because, yeah, it's hurtful. Like, you also you feel like you waste time. You don't really know why. You don't know why it was such a hard decision. And then it feels such a hard decision, like, why aren't they with you almost? You know, if it's so hard to come to that, you kind of latch on to feeling like, I'm good enough, but I'll change, you know?
Yeah, like, I'll fix it. Let me fix this.
Yeah.
So how do we handle it in a more classy, maintaining our standards kind of way?
You just have to walk away.
Honestly, that's the thing. You just have to let them go.
Yeah, you just have to be like, okay, cool, well, you're
Deuces.
missing out.
Yeah.
You're missing out, and you might not realize that at the start, but they are. And when they realize how good of a person you are and what you would have done for them, then they're going to be like, oh, God. But it's hard to come to terms with that. Mm-hmm. You either do that or you go for their best friend. It's one or the other.
Oh, the best friend's always a fun option. But I think it is just one of those things. If they want to walk away, let them.
Yeah, you can't like take it on board too much. You've got to be
Yeah.
like, okay, it is what it is. Their mistake, and I'm just going to take it.
Exactly. Sometimes in life, you just have to take the L and you gotta like hold your head high and think, okay, one person leaving is space for 10 probably hotter, richer options.
Yeah, and also I was just thinking that if they're slow fading you, they're like, they've thought about it so much, and that point of it is actually so extremely hurtful, because it's probably not just one thing that they didn't like. You know, it wasn't a quick like, I'm breaking up with you, you like someone's photo. It's like they've thought about it so much, maybe multiple reasons they've come up with, they've mulled over it, that I'm like, all right, if you really think that then okay.
Like, why would you want to fight for someone who doesn't like you?
Yeah, so maybe slow fading is actually one of the better ways to be broken up with, actually.
Yeah, it can be super helpful because you're just seeing someone go progressively shit and you realize, okay, I know what I am deserving of and it's not that. So yeah, but at the end of the day, one of the most liberating feelings in life is that you can't control other people's behavior. If they want to do what they want to do, let them and just move on.
Do you think you can get back with somebody after you have a slow fade?
Probably, but there has to be like actual like conversation. You can't slow fade your way back into a relationship.
They're like, yeah, it's like a wave, you know, they're like, oh, actually changed my mind, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Because you do change, that's the thing, like people do change so much over the years that maybe at one point you're not working.
Definitely, and I feel like no two breakups are the same. Like,
Yeah.
one relationship, if they slow fade, they can get back together. Another relationship might not.
You have a breakup once with them. The next time, does it hurt as much?
Oh my god, I don't know, because
I think it hurts less if you didn't expect the first one or something. Because you're like, that's when your heart crumbles. So your feelings going into it the next time are probably a bit different.
a bit more guarded, because nothing is as bad as the first breakup.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing will ever be as bad, I'm telling you.
God.
Oh my god.
I've had semi.
Look,
I've had a semi and that was pretty fucking bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was distraught for 3 days. Distraught.
I promise you, if, God forbid, there's another breakup, it will never be as bad as even that semi. I'm being so serious. Because I feel like you've been through that motion of, oh, I feel like I've lost my world. once you've gone through it once, it does get a bit better.
Yeah.
Breakups do get better.
Breakups get easier every time.
No, they really do. My flatmate was saying that because when I got dumped last year, I cried, I think 20 days straight. And I mean, not like girly sobs, like, you know those, like...
It's so ugly.
Yeah, like those tears where you feel like you're crying so hard that you might transform into a werewolf. Like, that's how much, like, body, like, that's just how much physically it's affecting you.
Yeah.
I was like that for 20 days, and my friend, her brother, her mother, because they all kind of like saw it happen, and they were just like, oh honey, it gets better. The next breakup's not going to be as bad.
You're like, brilliant, sign me up. I'm so
I want
happy.
more of this.
It's a weird thing, a breakup though. Like, I would call my mum because she wasn't here, and I would just be like crying on the phone. My mum couldn't even say anything. Like, she'd say it's okay, and I'd be like, ah! Like this. And then like she would say something like, "Yes, do you not want to go see someone?" I'd be like, oh, I want to see him.
Oh, yes.
Mine wasn't even that bad. Like, as in, it was only a week top.
Well, good news is, it'll be fine. It'll be better next time.
The next time, and
You won't transform into a werewolf.
what are the other types of breakups?
A divorce.
But like,
Legally unbinding.
yeah, but that's not a type, is it?
There's
That's like,
there's a ghosting. I think ghosting breakups is common.
you could have a nice breakup.
Yeah,
Like a mutual breakup. Like, you're
Yeah.
both like, we ain't right.
No, yeah, because sometimes when you fought for so long, you both jump to the same conclusion, and that can be really nice.
Do you think anybody's on the same conclusion? I don't think so.
I don't know. Actually, no, now that I think about it, one of my ex-husband's friend, he was divorced and he's always stayed in touch with his ex-wife, which I think is like weird, but they both like jumped to that conclusion that, look, this is just not gonna work. Let's just like help each other in this transition phase. And that's when I met them, like when they were kind of...
Maybe that's a nice way. I just don't think I could stay friends with an ex. Like, I don't care whether...
You've seen me naked. I can't. Like,
Yeah. I mean, my head didn't go there, but like, it would just be like... Yeah.
like, we've done so many intimate things together, now we're just gonna be like, mates?
No, I just don't... Yeah, I don't think you can be mates. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry to anybody that is, but I mean, teach us.
Actually, yeah. Come to the pod.
Yeah, come to the pod. Yeah, I think actually slow fade, terrible if you're having it done to you.
Genius.
Genius if it's not you, because you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah. But just like all breakups, if someone doesn't want to be with you, let them.
Yeah.
That is like their call to make, unfortunately. That is just life.
Yeah, and you got to remember that it's not a you thing a lot of the time. I mean, sometimes it's a you thing, but sometimes it's like they...
And if it's a you thing, fantastic. Learn from it. Learn how to be a better person from that.
Yeah, if they tell you.
Yeah. Or talk to a therapist. A therapist could probably pinpoint.
Yeah, okay, talk to a therapist, talk to your friends.
ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT.
If someone is exiting their way out of your life, see it as a blessing for bigger and better opportunities.
Yeah.
It could even mean like a redirection in career. It could be maybe a redirection relationship. If not, it's not a bad thing.
Boy, bye.
That's always how it is. Boy, bye, I'm about to make this money.
Yeah. And he's going to look at this, like look at you and be like, shit, I really lost somebody great.
And if he doesn't, I actually really don't care.
And if he doesn't, I hope he gets no, I'm joking.
Are you gonna
No.
And if he doesn't, I hope he gets unemployed. I hope he gets pinched in the arm.
Yeah, if he doesn't, I hope he goes to jail. I don't know, something like
Prison for dumping me.
Yeah, lock him up.
Yeah.
Lock him up.